It's been a long time since I've been here. I still remember what happened. The memory is still fresh in my mind. It has been 13 years ago who had dug the grave of my mother. Can I help you, senor? It has been 13 years since you did me a great service, senor. In this very place, burying the corpse of my mother, and I would be happy if I could be of great service to you. Whom do you take me for? For someone I hold sacred. Someone who all, except I, believe to be dead, and whose misfortunes I have always lamented. Basilio, you possess a secret which can ruin me, and the disclosure of which can upset all my plans. For my security and for the good of the objective, I should probably choose to keep it that way. But the occasion today has been a success. No one knows I have come. I am armed. You are defenseless. Your death would be attributed to those two Lysanes, if not to a supernatural cause, but instead, I will let you live, and I trust I will not regret it. I suppose you and I belong to those who thirst for justice, and instead of destroying each other, we should help one another. Yes, Basilio, I am the one who came 13 years ago, ill and heartbroken, to render my homage to a great and noble soul who wished to die for me. Victim of vicious system, I have wandered throughout the world, working night and day to gather a fortune and bring my plan to fruition. Today, I have returned to destroy this system and its corruption, even if I have to spill torrents of blood and tears. It has condemned itself, and I do not wish to die without seeing it in pieces at the bottom of the precipice. And the youth, always inexperienced, always dreaming, why do you come now with your teaching of Spanish? Do you wish to add another idiom to more than 40 already spoken in the islands? You are asking to be Hispanized. No, senor. On the contrary, if the knowledge of the Spanish can unite us with the government, it could unite all the islands as well. Wrong. Spanish will never become the common language in the country. The people will never speak it because it lacks the country's own manner of feeling. What will you gain with Spanish? You will stamp out your country's originality? The false language will only hide your rights. You choose to make yourselves slaves instead of making yourselves free. Senor Simon, you are wrong. And what do you expect when your pro-Spanish movement is a success? Will you see the country happy? Will the people be free? And what? Are you going to let your mother and brothers rot in the ground as they are trampled by the very people who killed them? And what would you have me to do? Without means, without social position, what justice could I obtain against their murderers? I would become another victim. And what if I offer my support? All the vengeance of the earth would not bring back a single lock of my mother's hair or renew a smile on my brother's lips. What would I get out of revenge? You would avoid having others suffer what you have suffered. In the future, there may be no murdered sons and mothers driven to madness. I once thought as you did, you know. Those who cause you misfortune watch you day and night. They suspect that you are waiting for an opportune moment. They interpret your zeal for learning, for study of your indifference as burning desires of vengeance. They won't allow me to progress because they fear and hate me. Hate me? Hate me after all the evil they've done me? In that aspect, I guess I must agree with you. But, young man, I will not suggest that you guard my secret because I know discretion is one of your good qualities. And even if you choose to betray Simon the jeweler, the friend of authorities will always carry more weight than the student Basilio, already suspected the subversion by the very fact Being native, he stands out and distinguishes himself. If you change your mind, look for me, and I will serve you with goodwill. Thank you, Senor. Am I right of doing this? Let the unfit perish, and the strongest survive. How is Capitan Tiago? His pulse is very weak. His appetite is completely gone. He sweats profusely until dawn. The toxins have been spreading throughout his body, and I fear he will die any day. Like the Philippines? What really weakens him, though, are his nightmares, his terrors. Like the government, while they last, they weaken further. Last night, he got up and asked for his fighting cock. He's been dead for 3 years. I had to give him a hand, and he showered me with blessings and promised me many thousands. Basilio, listen to me carefully, because moments are precious. I see that you haven't opened the pamphlets I sent you. You do not care about your country? It's useless. Within an hour, the revolution will start at my signal. And tomorrow, there will be no more studying, no more university, only combat and killings. I have everything ready, and my success is assured. And when we win, those who could have served us but didn't will be treated as enemies. Basilio, I've come to propose your death or future. You have to decide now, with the slavers or with the enslaved. I came here to save you because of the memory that binds us. With the slavers or with the enslaved? I brought others with me, those who wish to exact vengeance and those whom I tricked into thinking that this revolution is being run by the Captain General or even the friars. And those leaders are in the theater now, having a pleasurable time and distracted. Cabezang Talis is downstairs and has accompanied me here. I ask you again, are you with us, or are you going to expose yourselves to the resentments of those who came with me tonight? Make up your mind. And what? What would I have to do? A very simple thing. I have to lead the movement here, while the city is distracted at different points. I need you to lead a group to force the gates of Santa Clara Cloister open, and would take someone whom only you, Captain Tiago, and I will recognize. Maria Clara. Yes, Maria Clara. I want to save her. I want to leave. I have returned. I planned this revolution, because only a revolution will open to me the gates of the cloister. Oh, you've arrived too late. And why? She has passed away. She died this afternoon at 6 o'clock. Now she should be. No, that is not true. Maria Clara lives. She has to leave. That is a cowardly excuse. Tonight, I want to save her, or tomorrow you die. Some days ago, she got very sick, and I went to the cloister to gather news. Look here. This is the letter of Padre Salve, which Padre Iron brought. Captain Tiago was crying all night. He kept clutching a portrait of her until he smoked an enormous amount of opium. They told her, "Death kneel this afternoon." I'm sure you heard it. Dead? Dead without seeing her? Dead without knowing that I was living for her? Dead. Suffering. Poor man, I feel sorry for him. He endured a long time for his love, but only managed to return with a sorrow in his heart. I'm sorry, Senor Simon.
What have you heard, Rhmc? Did they catch Basilio?
Yes, he is in prison now with the other students.
No! And Captain Tiago is dead. Who would help Basilio?
Padre Camora, he did help your Lolo Salo out of the prison. He has a lot of influence. He can exile a newborn baby or even save someone who was ordered to be put to death. Try asking help from him for Basilio.
Padre, I need your help. It's about Basilio.
I will help you with that. If you give me what I want.
Please, mercy!
Senor Simon, I have been a bad son and a bad brother. I have overlooked the murder of one and the tortures of the other. And now, God has punished me. I didn't get involved into a revolution, and it failed, and I was imprisoned for it. You were right. I am here to work for you. And now, I am ready to fight for my country. Thank you, young man. Thank you. But I admit, the revolution failed because of me. Many deserted me because they saw me heartbroken, and unsure because I held something in my heart. And now, everything is dead to me, and I have no reasons to turn back anymore. With your help, I know I can accomplish my plans. Come with me, I'll show you something. Nitroglycerin, dynamite. Yes, nitroglycerin, but it is more than just that. It is concentrated tears, repressed hatred, injustices and wrongs. This lamp is the final argument of the weak. A moment ago, I hesitated, but you have come and you have convinced me. What do you plan to do with this lamp, Senor? Tonight, there will be a fiesta, and this lamp will be placed on the dining table. The lamp will be very bright, so it alone will be enough to illuminate everything. But at the end of 20 minutes, the light will grow dim, and when they attempt to raise the wick, it will blow up. I also hid sacks of gunpowder under the floor so nobody can escape it.
Qué bonita, hija. You look very beautiful. Muy hermosa. Magnífica. Bonita, bonita. We look like each other now. Gracias, tía.
Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Juanito, will you take this woman to be your lawful wife, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, till death do you part?
I do.
Paulita, do you take this man to be your lawful husband, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, till death do you part?
I do.
May I pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride. I see. Paulita has been wed to Juanito Pilais. Poor Isagani. I guess a lot of people are getting killed when the explosion takes place. I feel bad for what I'm about to let happen. Maybe I should convince some people to leave to prevent them from getting involved. No. Why do I care if they die on me? I must not abuse the confidence that has been stored in me. I owe him more than I owe all of them. He dug my mother's grave. Those men killed her. I must forget everything. Forgive me. But everything has its limits. This is my gift for the newlywed.
Oh, what a beautiful lamp.
Thank you so much, Dosemon.
Could we use this now?
Sure, why not? Place it on the dining table. No, they shouldn't get involved. Let me in, I have to save them. You can get in here. Look what you're wearing. No, let me in. Go away! I should leave too. What are you doing here? Come, Isagani. Let's go. Let's get away from this house. Come. For God's sake, let's get away. Why should I leave? Tomorrow, she will no longer be herself. Do you want to die? I don't know, Basilio. Isagani, listen to me. This very bright lamp in there, like electricity, it's loaded with dynamite. It's going to explode any time now. Let's go. No! I want to stay here. I want to see her one more time. Tomorrow, she'll be different. May God have mercy on you. Written in this paper says, Manetesel Pares Crisostomo Ibarra. Bah! That's just a joke!
It's not a good joke. I tell you, that's a threat from someone who passed away a long time ago.
It's Ibarra! He is the one who wrote this. It is in his handwriting. Continue the celebration. There's no need to worry about such a worthless joke. What if he wants to kill us all? Father Irene, kindly raise the wick of the lamp. Un momento, por favor. Thief! Go chase the thief! Are you suffering, Senor Simon? A little, but the suffering will cease in a little while. Anytime now. the poison will take hold of my whole body.
My God! What have you done? What have you taken?
Calm yourself. The night is coming, and I don't have much time. I must tell you my secret.
But an antidote, Senor Simon. I have either apomorphine, chloroform.
It is useless. Don't waste time. Please, Father, can you tell me if God is real?
Wherever we go, the Lord is there.
Father, I don't want to die with this burden, this evil. I am Crisostomo Ibarra, who has long been assumed to be dead. Back in those days, after finishing my studies in Europe, I went home to marry my love, Maria Clara. But this dream couldn't be realized.
God will forgive you, Senor Simon. He knows that we are valuable. He has seen that you have suffered. He has frustrated your plans, one by one. First by the death of Maria Clara, then by a lack of preparation, then in some mysterious ways. Let us bow to His will and render Him thanks.
Do you think it is also God's will that caused all that has happened?
I cannot read the thoughts of God, but He never sought out to cause us any harm.
Why then has He refused me His support? Why is it I felt that He abandoned me?
Because your methods are wrong. Hate can only create monsters, crime and criminals. Only love can bring in the means to an end. If our country is to be free one day, it would not be through vice and crime.
Why am I punished and not those who cause nothing but evil?
The just and the deserving must suffer, so that their ideas must be known and spread out. The vase must be shaken and broken to spread its perfume. The rock has to strike to bring out a spark. There is something providential in the persecutions of tyrants, Senor Simon.
Many thanks, Father. Now I have peace in my heart.
I hope that when the right time comes, they would be recovered and used only for the good.